Hello and welcome to The Reckless Gamer. Let's talk about Resident Evil. Resident Evil was made in 1996, which makes this game over 20 years old. The original Resident Evil was actually going to be a first-person shooter until Capcom decided to bin the idea off and go for the fixed camera angles that was inspired by Alone in the Dark. Capcom was actually going to make Resident Evil a multiplayer game. In my opinion, that would have been absolutely sick, but due to hardware issues, they had to pull the idea. Capcom was going to release Resident Evil on the Game Boy. They were 90% the way through completing it until they decided to scrap the idea and bin it off. Somebody actually managed to get their hands on a copy of Resident Evil on the Game Boy, so if you're interested, you can find a ROM and play that game for yourself. Resi 2 could have ended up a completely different game. A completely different version of this game was made and it was nearly released to the public. Capcom were not very happy with the game, so they started over. They kept the main plot for this game, like zombie outbreaks and stuff like that, and they also kept the rookie cop, Leon Kennedy. The first Resident Evil topped the best-selling list in 1996 all the way to early 1997. That's pretty good, isn't it? Resident Evil 2 went on to sell 4.9 million copies worldwide, and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis sold 3.5 million copies worldwide. This kicked off the franchise that went on to do a first-person shooter, a movie, which is absolutely sick. If you haven't watched it, what planet are you even on? Are you from Mars? In Japan, Resident Evil is known as Biohazard, but in Europe and America there was a game already called Biohazard. So Capcom decided to hold a company-wide competition to rename the game, obviously renaming it Resident Evil. Resident Evil is the best-selling survival horror game of all time, as of April the 11th, 2017. When playing Resident Evil 2, you have two different choices. You can either choose Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield. According to the Guinness Book of Records 2020, Leon was the most chosen character on Resident Evil 2, with 80% of people choosing Leon over Claire. Let me know in the comments down below who you picked on Resident Evil 2, who your favourite character is on this game. For me, I actually went for Leon as well. Resident Evil 4 is the most critically acclaimed survival horror game of all time, with rankings of 95.85% on rankings.com, with 54 reviews. Sick! That's all for Let's Talk About Resident Evil. Thanks for listening. Take care of yourself. Peace.